So up until 5 days ago, I completely wasted the start of my summer holidays. The first 2 weeks of the summer holidays, I did jack shit. Okay, and that's pretty rich coming from me, especially due to the fact that pretty much 2 videos ago, the video I made one day before my summer started, I was saying, "Oh, you watching this? You need to make the most out of your summer. You need to do everything." Okay, and like you need to make sure you do something, and I'm definitely going to be doing lots of things, and I'm going to make this the best summer ever. I didn't. I came home and I did jack all for like 2 weeks. Okay, I did some things, but for the most part, I did nothing. And the reason being is these are going to be excuses, by the way. I came home and suddenly, okay, now I have family who want my attention at times. Whereas while I was at uni, no one would requested my attention except for my friends who I could ignore a bit more easily, or I could be like, oh, let's push it to the day after, or let's do it a bit later. Whereas family is like, your mom tells you to do something, you got to do it at that same time. Okay, so I was just like, oh, this is kind of annoying because I want to be this productive person, but I keep getting called to go do this and this and this, and I need to have a strict routine where nothing breaks my focus and my attention, and I'm always doing exactly what I want to do. But that's just not the case, and that's not realistic. And I didn't realize that. I just, for some reason, just was like, oh, I know, unless I have a strict routine where no one takes my attention away, then I can't have a routine. So I either have a routine, which is like military style, not one person can touch me. It's as if I'm in a. I also was struggling with having a lot of energy. So do you know how I said like I started becoming a lot more busy because now I'm at home, people are requesting my attention, family, friends, etc. Then I would stay up late, and I'd stay up late, and then because of the entire exam period that I was waking up early, I would sleep late, wake up early, 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Okay, with that, and the result of that was I was tired throughout the entire day. So I'd wake up and I'd be too tired to make like a good proper breakfast, like the breakfast I would like to make, the breakfast that would like bulk me up, and I would just have cornflakes. Okay, normally I'd have like this French toast, which it's like a bit more high calorie. Instead, I would just have cornflakes, and then I'd come upstairs and I'd be like, I'm tired. I'd go to sleep, and I'd go to sleep for like 2 3 hours, and I don't know what it's about sleep now, like napping for a few. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's a thing. If you nap for like more than 2 hours in a day, it just fucks you up. You're supposed to nap just between 20 minutes to an hour, but like anything longer than that, it just ruins you. And I just couldn't nap for just an hour. I'd have to nap for 2 hours because of the lack of sleep I got the night before, and I'd just be like groggy all day, just so lethargic. I just didn't just barely move, and I'd be like, I don't want to go do stuff, but let me just play chess on my phone for a bit. Let me just watch YouTube for a bit, and then I'd come to the end of the day, or like 2 3 days after, I would check my phone and be like, shit, my screen time is like 6 7 8 hours. That's disgusting, because that means I was just on my phone doing jack all. Okay, and I would look at the apps I was using. I wasn't using like some meditating out for like 6 hours. I was meditating for 6 hours. I was reading Quran for 6 hours. I was just reading a book for 6 hours. I was watching YouTube for like 5 6 hours, and some of the videos were productive. But a lot of people a lot of you that are watching this might like know of the self improvement trap, where you just watch loads and loads of self improvement content, but you're not actually improving yourself. I fell into that trap a few times, and I would just spend 2 hours just watching self improvement videos, not improving my actual life, being in my bed, everything a mess, just not doing jack all day, and I'd be like, yes, I'm doing something. So I fell into that trap, and then I also had this stupid mindset that I can only start like being productive and making videos because my number one priority of this summer was I'm gonna make loads of videos. I'm gonna make at least 2 videos a week, maybe three. If I make three, that I'd be happy. Okay, I'm gonna make 3 videos a week. And with that mindset, what I was thinking was, okay, I can only do that once I have my PC set up, because I'd come home from uni, I'd brought all my shit from uni home, and my PC wasn't set up, and my room was a complete mess. Like, even now, it's pretty messy, but before it was a complete mess. And so every day, I would muster up the energy to clean up my room for about 20 minutes. And for some reason, just I guess and some days I wouldn't do it. Some days I would do it for a bit longer. But overall, it just 2 weeks went by and had my room cleaned. I just had my room cleaned, and then my friend was just like, my friend had been telling me for like over the 2 weeks, like, set up your PC, let's play some Rocket League, let's play some games. And I was just like, no, I can't be yes, I'll do it eventually, I'll do it eventually. And then eventually I was like, I can't, I need to stop, okay? I've been doing this for too long. Like, I literally made a video saying how productive I'll be, and I haven't been productive at all. And to be productive, I pretty much need my computer, because if I'm going to do YouTube, I need to make videos, so I need my computer for that. So I can edit it, so I can record as I'm doing right now using my webcam. And so I was like, let me just set up my PC. Fuck cleaning my room. Let me just set up my PC. And I'm so glad I did that, because if I was to properly clean this room to a standard that I would be happy with, it would take like 2-3 weeks. Reason being, I have things in this room that isn't mine. I have things in this room that I have as like kind of stock to sell, like on eBay and stuff. Like, I have stuff that I need to sell, and like I had from before. I used to have the old side hustle that I used to do like half a year ago, where I bought stuff. So I just had that stuff in my room, and I was like, once I sell that, then my room is clean. It's gonna take me ages to do that, because first I have to like take pictures and do all these things that are not my priority. And that's why I'm not getting them done, because they are not my priority. This is something I need to do so I can go to my priority, which is editing and recording videos. Because it's not my priority, I don't care for it. That little small amount of energy that I have every day, am I gonna waste it on, sorting out that box full of like camera stuff that I want to sell? No. And so I just didn't do anything. Then 2 weeks fly by. Okay, so then I finally set up that PC. I played a bit of Rocket League with my mate, and then the day after, or I think the same day, I was just like, alright, my PC is set up. I still don't have the energy to record videos, and I'm not achieving any of the goals that I set out in my last video. Like, I literally made a list of like 10 goals that I want to do, some of which were sleeping better, drinking more water, praying more, reading more, learning my mum's language, my what's it called, my mother tongue, improving that, just learn how to ollie, all this stuff, like on a skateboard, all these things that I had made 2 weeks ago, and none of them were coming into fruition. And I was like, I need to do something about that. So then I was like, let me try and establish some kind of routine into my life, some kind of routine so I can start sleeping better, so I can do those things. The problem was, I had all these things I wanted to do, and I had no set structure to go and achieve those things. So let's just say I woke up on like one of those random days, okay, and I was like, I'm gonna start following this. I have 10 things to do, and I don't know which is like the most biggest priority, because I just made that list quite quickly, and I was just like, I need to do all these things. And if I was to just wake up and like, I have 10 things to achieve today, plus my mom needs my help, plus this, like, it's not gonna get done. What's the point? Okay, or if I'm gonna try and do it, I'm gonna do it with such a lack of effort, because I know it's not gonna go as planned. Okay, so then I finally was like, I can't do this anymore. I need to make some kind of routine. And so I did. So I went on YouTube, searched up Hamza, obviously, because he has a very strict routine. I was like, that's some kind of routine I would like to replicate. Hamza routine. And I watched like 1 or 2 of his videos, and just at one point of his video, he just showed like what he had in his phone. And I was just like, I need to do that. So instantly I opened up my Google Sheets, and I just copied out his entire format, and I made my own block, okay, of like the stuff I want to do. And then instantly I was like, that night I slept a lot earlier than I was at the time I wanted to do all those 2 weeks that I wanted. At this time I wanted to sleep at, I started actually sleeping at that time, because I had the whole entire day tomorrow visualized as well. Like, I have all this to do, and I can't do these things unless I sleep at the right time. If I sleep late, then it messes up the day after. Whereas before, it didn't really matter as much when I slept and woke up, because I was just like, I'll just sleep whenever I want, wake up whenever I want, and then just start getting to do things, and I didn't get to do them. But I was like, I have 10 things to do tomorrow. That's a lot. I need to have energy. I need to sleep at the correct time. And to follow this routine that I now want to do, I need to sleep at that right time. Otherwise, I just mess up the whole point of it. So I slept at like 11:30. Okay, my goal was to sleep at 11. I slept at 11:30. Okay, but I was like, that's still a lot better than I was doing before, where it's like 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Slept at 11:30. Woke up the next day, and First day, the whole 1.5 hour block of my morning routine, I completely missed it. Completely missed it. And then I ate when I think I was supposed to be doing deep work. So the first half an hour to an hour of my deep work, I was just eating. And then I was just like, okay, well, now I could do two things. I could make up what I missed, so I could go do my morning routine now, or I could just follow the routine as best as I can and just do my deep work. And anything I miss, I just miss, okay? And I just hope and just keep getting better at this routine, because I'm just getting into it. And weeks on, like building it up week by week, I'll eventually get to a point where this will be so easy for me to wake up and do all these things within that 1.5 hour block, to follow every block. And again, I just made this routine. It's not going to be perfect. I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to keep working on it to a point where it's like literally the perfect routine for me. Right now, it's just a draft. Okay, it's a draft that I'm following, and I've been following for the last 5 days, and I'll probably following for the next 2-3 weeks. Okay, the next month, 2 months. Okay, but it's a draft, and I'll just keep working on it. I'll keep refining it and making it more ideal for me and my circumstance and the life that I have, because we all have different lives. We all have different priorities. We all have different distractions and interruptions that come into our life. So doing this, making a routine, and just acknowledging, like when you make the routine, if I don't stick to it, it's completely fine. I just have to stick to it as best as I can. As to the best of my ability, I would just have to stick to this routine. Okay? And if I miss something, I miss it. I don't need to beat myself up or get upset, oh fuck, I fucked up today. No, just when I can, I'll do what's in that block. And when I can't, I'll just not do it. That's the mindset I had. This mindset, I only had this mindset, I've realized and I've noticed, just during exam season. So there'll be a whole year of me studying, and I won't study because I'll wake up later than I would like to intend to. And my plan was I'll wake up and I'll start studying immediately. And I didn't study immediately. I went on my phone. I was like, fuck, I fucked up. If I don't have this perfect plan, if I don't have this perfect routine that I stick to, where I wake up and I start studying immediately, and then I have a break which is strictly 20 minutes, and then I go back to my studying for another hour and a half, and then I go for a 20-minute break, and if I go for 25 minutes, then I fucked up the routine. I never got that. And then exam season came around, and I can't just like, I can't study because I messed up. I would just wake up, and if I woke up late, if I woke up early or whatever, I just wouldn't, doesn't matter, study. I just started studying. I'll study for however long, I'll take my break, and I'll just carry on studying. And then at night time, some days I'd sleep early, some days I'd sleep late. I still went to sleep and just carried on the day after. And some days I revised more, some days I revised less. But the way I saw it was, if I'm not revising the same amount every day, what's the point? That was just stupid of me. It was a stupid mindset I had. And if you have this mindset, I'm like urging you that I'm recommending that you. I'm urging you to try and break it, okay? Because it will just flop, and it will just, like, your goals will not be achieved. Your future that you want to have, it won't come, because you're being too strict on yourself. This is something you need to build up, okay? Like, to build a habit, you need to build reps. Start gaining reps. It doesn't matter if you do shit reps, because at least you're doing reps, and then eventually you'll do good reps, and then you'll get sick reps, and then you don't even need to do reps because it'll just be a habit. But right now it's not a habit. Right now you need to do the reps, even if they're shit reps, okay? The most important thing is consistency. If I woke up every day, if I woke up for the next 2 years and I just did one pull-up, okay, there's a lot higher chance 2 years from now I can then become going to the gym very seriously and train really hard, because I've had 2 years of me consistently getting on that pull-up bar, and now I just need to get on that pull-up bar and do a bit more, okay? And then once I get off the pull-up bar, do some push-ups, okay? If I go to the gym, let's just say I went to the gym every day and I only spent 10 minutes in the gym every day, you'd be like, oh, what's the point? You're only 10 minutes in the gym. If I did that for the next 2 years, okay, I'd still have a better body than I had previously, okay? And it wasn't too hard for me. It didn't interrupt my life, okay? Let's just say I had a wife and kids. I didn't, I didn't neglect my wife and kids for this new gym routine that I wanted to do and just get rid of, and then create some problems into my life. I just did something for 10 minutes and I was like, alright, whatever. I did that consistently for 2 years. And then suddenly now, if I have more free time, or if I can make some more time for the gym or something, then it'd be so much easier for me to establish this 1 hour in the gym now than if I was to just be, if I just had never gone. If I was just like, no, I'll do it when I have time. And then there's that 2 years of consistency. Would it be then you're like, okay, now I need to start spending an hour and a half in the gym. You're going from 0 hours in the gym to an hour and a half way too quickly, because you will be struggle to adapt. Some people do it, and for those people, respect that. For 99% of us, most of us, we can't do that. We need to build it up. Okay, from like most things, you build it up. You start from level 1, you get to level 10. You're at level 1. Work at level 1. Work at the level that you're on, and level up. Don't skip level 10, because you just won't be able to beat level 10. You won't be able to be at that level. You need to think of it like this. I don't know why I'm going so in depth. I'm just talking about routine. Doesn't matter, okay? Anyways, my point is, the important thing is consistency and building it up. Baby steps. Leveling it up, climb the stairs, whatever. Point is, that was my problem. I needed to be at level 10 immediately, or I wasn't gonna start. Okay, I wasn't gonna play level 1, and that was the problem. So then I made this routine, and I said to myself, I'm going to start at level 1. I'm going to act like I'm at level 1. I'm not going to lie to myself and bullshit myself and say I'm at level 10. And if I can't do the routine, what's the point? Okay? I'm going to build it up. I'm going to go from level 1, I'm going to level 10. I said that to myself. So I create the routine. Okay? I might as well show you the routine. So what I did was I created it in Google Sheets. I took a screenshot of it. And then I create like a widget where I can show an image, and I put that Google Sheet screenshot in that image, so then I can now see at all times my routine. Guess what? Last 5 days I've skipped the morning routine every single time. Okay, I've completely fumbled the morning routine, but somehow I still manage to do my deep work study. So let's just say whatever time I wake up, I'll eat. No, actually no, I wake up consistently at 8 AM, but I spend too much time on my phone. Or I spend too much time just lazing about. Okay, just doing things but really slowly, eating really slowly, and then it gets like 9:30 and now I've just eaten, whereas I should have trained, should have showered, should have done some gratitude journaling, meditating, gone for a walk. All these things I just couldn't fit in that hour and a half, and this is something I can work on. I can now alter my routine, okay, so then I put a little bit less constraint on myself, and then I'm able to do all these things, okay? Or I could just, like, one of my priorities is fitness, so exercising. If I'm not able to do it in that 1 hour and a half, and I realize that it's just not possible for me to do in that hour and a half because I just take that long to eat, okay? And even when I try and eat quicker, it's still not happening. Or even if I can't, let me just put this a bit down. Where does it matter? Okay, I know the one main thing, one of my priorities is fitness, so it doesn't matter. I should just move it forward in the day, and that's actually that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move it forward in the day. So then, even if I wake up one day and I do my fitness and I eat in that 1 hour and a half block in the morning, and then the day after I don't get to eat, do the fitness, but I do get to eat, then I'll still do that fitness later on, and then I still achieve one of my priorities of the day. That's the most important thing. You need to establish your priorities, and then no matter what, meet them. Okay, no matter what your routine is, you meet them. You make your routine so that you meet them no matter what, regardless. Okay, there'll be a few times where you don't meet them, and that's fine. But 99% of the time, you meet those, what's it called? You meet those deadlines, you meet those priorities, the goals that you want to achieve in that day. I'm going to link this Google Sheet without my tasks in it. And then you can click on the link and you can start filling it up with your routine. Okay, so this is an actionable step for you to do, a practical step you should be doing right now. You should pause the video, you should go do that in the description. Go in the description, click on it and start doing it. Okay, so the first thing you should do, okay, when I started making this routine, I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do. There's like 15 hours in the day. What am I supposed to do? Put in these, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to, how am I supposed to split it up? Label your top 5 priorities, okay? So I'm going to tell you mine, I'm going to show you how I made that into a routine, and then you can do the same, okay? One of my priorities was sleep. Okay, that should probably be one of your priorities as well, okay? Sleep is really, really important, very important. Sleep. I was like, that was my priority. So then I was like, okay, what hours could I reasonably sleep every night and wake up around the same time every day, and I'd be happy with it, and I'd be okay with that. And then I also had to include the fact that I wake up at like 4 AM to pray Fajr. Okay, so that, yeah, I still get enough sleep. I still sleep and wake up roughly around the same time, and I get enough rest that I can do all these no, say that like I do like the world's hardest daily routine, but I still get to do the things that I want to do, and I still get to achieve the goals that I set out every day, and I meet them. Okay, for example, just so I can show you how I have done that. 2 days ago, I made a video. It was like 40 minutes long. I also re-recorded it like two times. Okay, I don't record it 40 minutes and then remake it. I just record like 10 minutes, remade it, 15 minutes, remade it. Then I did the final one, 40 minutes, and I completed it. Okay, and then yesterday I spent 3 hours editing, making the thumbnail and posting it, and I felt I did it to a really high quality. Because normally I was just like, oh, copy ass, I'll barely edit it, but like I edited it well, and I had timestamps and everything. I recorded a really well made video. Okay, so I did that 2 days ago, and then I edited it yesterday, and now today I'm recording another video, and I might edit this in the same day as well. I might edit it tomorrow. The point is now I'm suddenly making a video. If there's 7 days in a week, I'm making pretty much like 3 or 4 videos a week. Well, I haven't started doing that, but that's currently on the trajectory I'm on, to make 3 or 4 videos a week. But normally, whereas before I said I was 2 and 3, I'd be like, whoa, that's a really good week. Now 3 is basically becoming my standard. That's the level I'm like working at right now because of this routine. That's why I'm barely sticking to this routine as well. I'm fumbling like most of the blocks I've created. Okay, where I'm supposed to be doing this and I just don't do it. Yeah, I'm still managing to become so much more productive, and to sleep a lot more better, and to eat a lot more better than I was doing previously. Because I'm barely sticking to it, and I'm aware that I'm barely sticking to it. But I'm reaffirming to myself I'm at level 1, and that's okay. And I'm going to build it up, and I'm going to get to level 10 eventually. When I get to level 10, then I can be like, okay, I need to be more strict with myself. Why am I fumbling over here? Why am I missing this block? Okay, well, I'm supposed to be doing deep work or exercising or spending time with my family. Why am I not doing that? Okay, but right now at level 0, I'm building myself up there. I'm getting to a point where I can do that, but I'm not there yet. I labeled my top 5 priorities. Okay, so I'll tell you what those are for me. It was sleep, it was family, it was becoming a better Muslim, it's working on this YouTube channel, and if I didn't say already, it was diet and exercise. Pretty sure those are my top 5 priorities. So, I was already going through it. So sleep, I said the times. I said 11 o'clock. I wake up at 4 a.m. Pray Fajr. That normally takes half an hour. Go back to sleep. I wake up at 7 a.m. No, I wake up at 8 a.m. Sorry, but sometimes I wake up a bit earlier, which is like 7 a.m. to half 7 and stuff like that. But a.m. is like the time I should be waking up. I don't set an alarm, by the way. I just wake up when when my body wakes me up, because in my eyes that's my body is rested, and I don't have any responsibilities in the morning, like to get to work. I don't have like a deadline I have to meet, so I have to wake up at a certain time. It's because it's a summer holiday. I kind of wake up whenever I want. Yeah, I'm still deciding to wake up early and to start working hard when most other people are asleep, so nobody's distracting me. I can work harder. So anyways, I wake up at I wake up at 8 a.m. Second priority, it's family. Okay, one of the things I wanted to do now that I'm at home, what I realized at uni was I'm not spending a lot of time with my family, obviously, because I'm at uni. So only when I come home every 1 or 2 weeks, then I'll spend time with my family for like 1 or 2 days, and then I'm back here, and then I'm back at uni. And then also while I am at home, there's at least previously, like before I started maturing a little bit, I just spend a lot of time with my family. I'd spend a lot of time in my room. I'm here again, spending time in my room. But before I would just be like, no, I just want to go to my room. I'll come down and eat, and I'll go straight back up to my room. Now I'll linger. Okay, before I would just eat. Now I'll linger a little. I'll sit down for a bit longer after I've eaten. If I was to watch something, normally I'd watch it up here. I'll watch it down there. So that way at least I'm with my family, even when I'm not focusing entirely on my family. Still watching something with them. Okay, and now I try and make a conscious effort to go out my way to spend time with my family. Okay, so like today my mom was like, oh, she needs to go out and do something. Okay, I didn't have to join. I joined anyways. Okay, she went shopping like 2 days ago, and I was like, I don't want to go shopping with her because I want to do something else. I want to do a deep work block or something. And I was like, that doesn't matter. My mom is more of a priority to me than deep work. So I went with her and I joined her for shopping. Okay, I sat in the car with her. I barely did anything, but I picked up the bags, I brought it inside for her, so then she doesn't have to do that. That's something that as a son, that's a kind of a duty of ours, that we need to look after our moms, and any heavy lifting we should do it instead. So because I was there, I was able to do that. That's something if you're watching this, you should also be doing. So, you know, spend time with your family, but also help out your mom. A big priority. So I left out a 2 hour block to spend time with my family. And then I also wrote slash, what's it called, deep work slash study. As in, if for some reason all my family are busy at the current moment, at that moment, then I can just instead, I can just do some more work. So that's 2 hours that if I have an opportunity to spend time with my family, that always takes priority over deep work. Okay, so let's just say I'm like, oh fuck, I need to do some work. But then my sister is like, oh, I'm free and I'm just not doing anything right now. That's a priority for me to now go downstairs. It's a priority of me to now go downstairs and to like hang out with my sister, take her to the park or something, over me staying in my room and doing some more deep work. Okay, I already have my deep work blocks elsewhere in the day. I don't need this block. I don't need to fill up this exact block with deep work instead of spending time with my family, because that's also a priority of mine. Okay, and some of your priorities will be higher than others. Okay, it's still a very big priority for me to work on this YouTube channel, but my family always becomes above that. So it's family, then that. Okay, but there's elsewhere in the day, you know, like 9 a.m. till 10:30. My family isn't doing anything. I'm not sure if it was 9 a.m. till 10:30, but around then, or like till 11 or something. I have a deep work block where I'm not gonna spend time with my family because then they're not doing anything. They're just eating breakfast. So I'll just eat breakfast. I eat breakfast a bit earlier, and then I'll come up and I'll just do some work. And then later, when they're not doing anything, I can spend time with them. This one I've kind of already covered, but I have one of my priorities is to do deep work. I've chosen to allocate my time to working on this YouTube channel and to learn skills for this YouTube channel, to write scripts. Okay, I've already written a script for this video, which I realized I just did not follow. I just went on my own tangent and just started speaking. So I guess I don't need it, but it doesn't matter. I wrote a script, video editing, practicing my video editing skills, thumbnail editing, and just actually doing it. So like, you know, I recorded a video 2 days ago. Yesterday, my deep work hours was completely used to edit and publish the video. And then today, my deep work hours so far have been to record this video. And then it might also be to edit it, to do some other research and whatever. So that's how I'm filling up that time, my deep work time, just doing, making videos and just working on this YouTube channel as much as I can, because that's a priority of mine. That's something I would like to do. That's something that I would like to carry on doing. And then, you know, in the future, at some point, I can look back and be like, look how much progress I've made, look how much videos I made, look how much skills I've gained, because I did this every day in my deep work blocks. I just didn't let myself get distracted. I just kept working on it. I just kept working on it, and then this is where I've become. This is how far I've come. One of my priorities, voice cracked. One of my priorities, YouTube, and as you can see, I'm clearly doing that. And that first 2 weeks of this summer, I just didn't do it at all whatsoever. And now suddenly I'm doing it for 40 minutes, an hour, half an hour. Okay, where did this energy come from? I didn't have this energy before. I spent 2 weeks lazing about watching YouTube in this bed with mess all around me, okay, and just being tired as fuck. And now suddenly I'm recording a half an hour video, and I probably will also edit it within the same day. Another priority of mine is to be a better Muslim. Yes, I would like to become a better Muslim. That is always a priority for me. You know, like this isn't something that like is how do I say it, materialistic in any form. This is a spiritual. This is me working on my spiritual health and my spiritual being. Okay, you know, this deep work. Okay, this it builds me up while I'm alive, and once I'm dead, it's gone. Okay, this is getting a bit deep. I'm not gonna go into that. That could be its own separate video. But being a better Muslim is something that transcends that and takes it to a spiritual level, which is something that is like a very big focus of mine. That's something I would like to. That's a priority of mine and should always be a priority, and will be a priority throughout my life. Okay, I might not be doing YouTube when I'm 80, but will I be praying at 80? Most definitely. I hope so. And I would like to build myself up that when I am 80, I will be praying and I'll be reading Quran and becoming a better Muslim, you know, improving my spiritual being. So that's a priority of mine. I will be totally honest, I'm not doing the best at that right now. Remember, this is a routine and I'm just getting into it. Okay. What's it called? I do pray, obviously. But reading Quran, that's not something I've done properly yet. Okay. It's in my blocks. So it's something I can do. It's just something now I need to do. I need to become slightly more strict with myself and make sure I get that done. As of right now, I pray, I eat, but I take too long to eat, and then I'm like, okay, now one of my other blocks I started, I'm gonna start working or something. Whereas if I'm a bit more strict on myself, I'll eat quicker, and then I'll pray, and then I'll read Quran. Or I could even go into my deep work block a little bit and read Quran, because again, that is a priority for me. And the important thing about this routine stuff is to keep going over it, to, you know, like once every week or once every few days, to just stop and be like, am I ready for the next level? Shall I become a little bit more strict on myself? Shall I make some improvements to this routine to make it more suited to me, you know, to make it like optimal for me? So now a priority of mine, like I said earlier, was I need to move that exercise forward so I can start exercising. Same with praying. I could move that to a block where I'm relaxing, and I could put it there because I find reading Quran also quite relaxing. So why put it in this block which is quite compact with other things where I'm busy, and then I might not have time for it, when I can put in a block where I literally have an hour to do whatever I want to put in that block. You know, put in the final 20 minutes, put in the whole block if I wanted to, and then put it there. And then I can put my time and energy into it there, where I know I'll put my time and energy into it, whereas somewhere else where it currently is, where it's like I might not, depending on how long I take to eat, depending on if something else comes up. You know, these are things that you need to work around, and these are things I'm going to work around. And probably after this video, I'll probably work on that and fix that up. You know, move my exercise elsewhere and move my reading Quran elsewhere, so then I can prioritize those more than I have been doing so far. Because remember, with this, I've only started 5 days ago, and I'm already just like improving it, building it up. You know, I'm getting to level 2 now. Okay, and then eventually I get to level 10, and God knows where I'll be at level 10. So the other one is diet and exercise, my 5th priority. I've already gone through exercising, so I think I might as well just leave that. But the diet one is just so I can ensure that I can do that and reduce down the number of meals. Before I used to have like 4 meals a day, maybe 5, which was way too much. I don't know how I was doing that. And I did that throughout uni, and it just made it that whenever someone texted me or asked what I was doing, I was like, I'm eating. I was just constantly eating. And while I eat, I tend to watch something. So I was just eating and watching for extended periods of time instead of doing something I'd actually want to do, instead of working towards my actual goals. So now with this routine, I've got eating, and then I'm being a bit more strict on myself because I'm like, I need to go do that now. And I also reduce the number of meals. So then I only have 3 opportunities for me to waste time and take longer than I should eating, instead of 4 or 5, which, as you can imagine, will compound, and then I've just wasted the whole day. Okay, or I've spent like 2 or 3 hours longer than I needed to on just watching something. Okay, so now I've got 3 meals, and I think the second one I can eat pretty quickly. The first one decently quickly, and the third one takes a lot longer. Well, not a lot longer, but takes a decent amount of time. But because now there's also 3 meals, and I can distance them a bit more, I can space them out a bit more. I'll be more hungry for that third meal, which takes me longer to eat, because I'll be more hungry. I'll eat it quicker, and then I won't waste as much time. That's another thing I'm doing. I'm reducing the number of meals, and then I'm also spacing them out more. So then when I do get to each meal, I'll eat it quicker, and I'll also be aware that I need to go into this other thing straight after. So I shouldn't spend too much time, eating. Whereas before, when I was just eating, I was just like, I could just eat for like an hour, 2 hours. Who gives a fuck? It's not like I have something to do anyways. But now I've restricted myself. I've told myself I have something to do in an hour, something that's really important. You know, like recording this video, for example. So I should hurry the fuck up, eat quicker. You know, I can still enjoy my food. I'm still enjoying my food. Okay, before I'm probably enjoying it more than I was before, because before I was eating it, and it became cold, and I was still eating it. But now I'm eating it while it's warm and it's enjoyable. Finishing it, and I'm like, okay, I've got my energy, got my nutrients, got my calories. On to the next thing. Okay, so yeah, that's how like I've worked on I've included my priority of dieting, and I've refined it for this routine. And now after this video, and maybe in a few days from now, and every week from now, whatever, every few days, just for the next week, 2 weeks, months, however, I hope I have some routine for as long as I'm here. I will just keep refining it until I have like a somewhat perfect routine, my ideal day. Okay, I recommend you watch Hamza's video on routine. I'll probably link it in this description, because it's a really good video, and the whole explanation I did right now of creating an ideal day, but if you don't stick to it, it's fine, because you're just starting out. He goes through that in his video. He's like, okay, you just started out, so you're not going to be perfect. Okay, you just create your ideal day, and as much as you can, you stick to your ideal day. And if you stick to your ideal day, then great. If you don't, also great, because you're still trying your best to stick to it. And obviously, interruptions in life is literally, it's unavoidable. You cannot avoid it, and if you do avoid it, you risk losing family, friends, your health, other things that should be a priority. Okay, you know, if I miss one deep hour block to spend one of the greatest moments of my life with, like, the most intimate experience with my father or something, you know, where we like closely bond together, that's a lot more priceless than that 1 hour of deep block that I could just do the day after. Okay, like, yeah, just I'm gonna get really deep if I carry on, but you know what I mean. Like, that's something you can't get back, and that's something that, like, 1 hour of deep block, I could hold it off and do it 5 years from now. 5 years from now, I might not have as much. I'm gonna stop crying. I might lose my dad. Okay, I might not have my dad to, you know, spend that hour having watching that movie with, talking to him about something. I might not have that in 5 years from now. Okay, so some things are just a priority, and you need to label your priorities and put them above other things. Okay, some things that still are important that you want to do, but they're not a priority. They're not as much of a priority. Okay, that's why I put family as one of the top ones. Okay, being a better Muslim is one of the top ones. Okay, sleep is one of the top ones, whereas exercise is still very important. I would like to do it, but I'm going to choose family over exercise. Okay, and in ideal world, I'll just make it so that I can't pick one over the other. So that's why like, that's how I described earlier, of me moving fitness to somewhere else in the day where I'm chilling out, where I'm not spending time with my family, and I can do it then. Okay, I really need to go to the bathroom now, and I've been talking for ages, but I'm pretty sure I've covered everything I wanted to in this video. I don't imagine I have anything else to cover. I really badly need to go take a shit, so I'm gonna go do that. Anyways, that's everything. I guess see you in the next video.